Okay, I got a lot of requests on how to study for nursing school, and I'm happy to give them to you. I will break them down by type of class because I did study a little bit differently depending on the class that I was in. Generalized tips, though, here are my 3 tips. My first tip is to organize all of your PowerPoints, notes, required readings, everything. Organize them. I use the app Notability because I really like it. I can take notes next to the PowerPoint and I can record right on the PowerPoint and play it back if I needed to remember something that the professor said on that slide. As you're preparing your notes for the class, you're looking through, skimming through. You don't have to know what they're talking about, but at least you're familiarizing yourself with the graphics, the terms, etc. When you're taking notes in class, only focus on the things that aren't on the actual PowerPoint. If it's on the PowerPoint, you can look back at it, but don't spend time rewriting what is very clearly on the PowerPoint. I firmly believe if you handwrite these things, then it does help towards the learning process. As soon as I get home from a lecture, I go through my entire notes. I read exactly what I read, what I wrote. I go through exactly what he put in the PowerPoint. I try to understand the concepts, not just like regurgitate them, but understand them as soon as I write them. Why? Because science says that when you do that very close to having initially learned it, it sticks a lot easier. I'm a fan of using a whiteboard to do active recall. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and study for 35 minutes. So I'll use the Pomodoro effect. I study for 35 minutes. I give myself a 10-minute break, and then I'll go ahead and active recall all the things on a whiteboard. Once I'm done doing that, I'll go back and kind of look at what I missed between what the notes are and what I actually remembered and try to fill in that gap and try to find really creative ways to link those two together. Last thing I will say is I got a small study group, and then in that small study group we would all say things out loud. We would create questions on ChatGPT to test our knowledge and our retention of the topic. So we would write these things on the whiteboard, we would talk these things out, and we would all share really fun ways to remember the content. This was especially helpful when it came to farm because we took advanced farm. I hope that was helpful. Let me know if you want any like specific tips on a specific topic.